This is Pastor French, and if you're enjoying the program and it is a benefit to you, we would love to have you as a subscriber. You can do so by clicking on the subscribe button below and then click on the bell. As a subscriber, you will be notified when new programs are available. And now for today's topic. The Stoics, a religious group in the time of Jesus and the apostles, thought that removing all emotion from their lives was the key to holiness and right living. It has always fascinated me as to how often emphasis is placed on only one aspect of life as being the key to righteousness. When will we ever learn that what we need is to be balanced? We were created by our Father with emotions and the ability to reason. However, we must learn to balance the two if we are to live our lives as Jehovah intended us to. Emotions are greedy, requiring more and more stimuli, and if unchecked, can never be fully satisfied. On the other side, if we only live by our reason without any emotion at all, it would be just as bad. Imagine never being loved or feeling love for anyone, never being happy or sad, never laughing nor crying, never feeling enjoyment from anything. We must achieve a balance in our lives in order to live as the Lord intended. The way this is done is to put things in their proper place. To do this, we must understand why these things were given to us and how to properly use them in our lives. Emotion allows us to enjoy all the beauty of Jehovah's creation, while wisdom and reason instructs us in the proper way to do it. We are emotional beings, but having said that, I also understand by my reason that I should never allow my emotions to take complete control of my life because it can have dire consequences. For instance, alcohol and drug abuse are emotional disorders. People do it just for the feeling it gives them. They want to feel good or just feel nothing for a while. They have forsaken wisdom and reason for a momentary state of euphoria that isn't answering anything. Jesus, speaking a parable one day, gave an example of emotion and reason. It's found in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 18, beginning at verse 23. A king's servant owes him a great debt, and the king is about to sell him and his whole family along with his goods to satisfy the debt. The servant begs the king to be patient with him, and he will pay the debt. The king listens and has compassion on the servant and forgives his debt. Then this servant goes out and finds another servant who owes him a small debt. When he says he cannot pay him, he is angry and has the man thrown into prison until the debt is paid. He was controlled completely by his emotion. If he had reasoned for a moment as to how this would look if it got back to the king, he might have done things differently. I will read the consequence of his actions, beginning in verse 32. Then his master summoned him and said to him, "You wicked servant, I forgave you all that debt because you pleaded with me. And should not you have had mercy on your fellow servant as I had mercy on you?" And in anger, his master delivered him to the jailers until he should pay all his debt. This was all because he did not use wisdom and reason to control his emotion. Because of this, he stirred up the king's emotion against him, and it was not a good emotion, but one of anger, costing him his freedom. The servant sowed seed from unchecked, wrongful emotion and reaped the consequences of that action. We do reap what we sow, and that's something to think about. Thanks for watching, and remember, until next time, give love, give life, give Jesus.